giving you an opportunity to get the full story from the people who tell it best. This is Mediacom News Leaders.
Hello everyone and welcome to Mediacom News Leaders. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Carol Kelly. Joining us today to talk about Red Ribbon Week, we've got from the Cedar Rapids Police Department, Josh Carter. Josh, welcome.
Thank you.
So we do have Red Ribbon Week coming up later this month. Tell us about what it is and a little bit about the history.
Okay. Red Ribbon Campaign is the oldest and largest drug prevention program in the United States. It reaches millions of youth or young people every year. Every year it's celebrated on the same week. It's between October 23rd and October 31st.
And talk to us a little bit about, I remember growing up as a kid. I remember just some of the activities that we would do at our school. So it's been around for a little while. Tell us about the history of that.
Yeah, it's actually been around since 1985. It resulted from an agent from the Drug Enforcement Administration actually being killed on the job. It was Enrique Camarietti, better known as Kiki, easier to pronounce there. He was a former U.S. Marine that turned DEA. Against the wishes of his family, just because of the dangers of the job, he decided that, I'm only one person, but I can still make a difference. So he was originally stationed in California, and then back in 1981, he was moved to Mexico. In 1984, he was involved in an operation that seized and destroyed 2,500 acres of drug plantation. Because of that, the estimated annual income of that drug plantation was $8 billion. So the seizure and the destruction of that obviously upset a few people. A few months later, in February of 1985, Kiki was leaving his office. He was going to visit his wife and have lunch. And when he left his office, 5 men approached him, shoved him in a car, and a month later, he was found wrapped in plastic, tortured, and killed. So obviously, it enraged the family, made some people mad here in the States, so they started wearing red ribbons as a way to remember his work and the work he did against the fight against drugs. And it kind of grew from there. Then it also became a symbol of commitment that communities are going to educate the young people of today.
So wearing a red ribbon, obviously one part of this. What are you hoping that the other parts of this program?
I guess it's obviously, like we said, we want to honor his memory, but the red ribbon really is just a symbol. It's more of a catalyst to mobilize communities or have communities educate their youth and encourage them to participate in drug programs.
Tell us a little bit about this year's theme.
So every year there's a different theme. This year it is to send a message and stay drug-free. So it's a call to action to speak out about healthy choices. So when people are wearing that red ribbon, it's a symbol that they're making a commitment to that they care about their health, they care about their future, and they care about the young people here in the United States.
And there are some websites that people could use to just kind of, start the conversation?
Yes, getsmartaboutdrugs.gov and then redribbon.org. You go on that website, it'll take what I just said and expound on it, the history, as well as there's a pledge for both adults and youth that they can kind of make their own commitment to themselves and also to each other.
So this program, obviously, like you said, it's been a long running campaign. Can you talk to us a little bit about just the importance of this week for the community?
It's not that we don't educate our young people throughout the year, but this is something that every year it is focused. It's a national focus that this is the week that we're going to have our communities really get out there and they want to educate the young people to help make better decisions for their future. I mean, because it's obviously from the story of Kiki, there's so much destruction and killing behind drugs. And it's hard to say, but it's the truth.
So again, those websites where we could go to learn a little bit more.
Getsmartaboutdrugs.gov and redribbon.org.
Well, it is a pleasure, Josh. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
This has been Mediacom News Leaders, your opportunity to get the full story from the most reliable sources, exclusively on Mediacom News Leaders.